I really am starting to change my mind on Hassan ever since Ethan called me out.
In January of this year, Ethan uploaded his Hassan nuke to his personal channel.
It was terrible.
He uploaded almost 6 months later announcing he would be suing 3 Twitch streamers.
3 girls, dude. Sexism much?
I think the lawsuit H3H3 opened on a bunch of other Twitch streamers I don't even like, mind you, is absolute bullshit.
I agree, dude. Honestly, what kind of a precedent does this set? That you can sue anybody that you like? You decided to set the standard that you would be part of the court of public opinion inside of this atmosphere you've created. And now you're gonna sue people just engaging in your atmosphere that you've created? I hate Ethan Klein. Guys, listen. I've been demoted. I've been demoted. I've been demoted, dude. I was sleeping last night, and I got messages while I was sleeping that Ethan Klein has demoted me. And so because of that, we're going to watch this video afterwards called Hassan Parker is Right About Ethan Klein. We're going to watch it uncritically in response to Ethan demoting me. Actually, I came on to talk about this video today, and I was like, "Oh wait, I got in trouble yesterday a little bit. I guess let's talk about it. I could clickbait the fuck out of this, right? Make money. Hard to fall back asleep though because I had heartburn. Getting old sucks. But yeah, I made this other video that was reaction to that crazy Ethan Klein like hit piece. I think I called it the most entertaining Ethan Klein hit piece because it's kind of funny. And then I guess Ethan watched it and got upset, and he made like a little thing. So yeah, it's right here. The most entertaining H3 hit piece I've ever seen. Incredible. Let's see what he said though. I didn't like fully. I kind of read through the text. I was like, okay. I tried to fall back asleep, and I haven't looked at it again since. So let's see what we got here. It says, well, let's watch the clip first. Let's watch the clip. No, but I like Ethan. But I saw this like weird clip where Ethan was talking about, I guess more recently, maybe it's out of context, where like they make a lot of money from the Clips channel. And then it does a flashback to where Trisha Paytas was like, I want some of the Clips channel money, and he's like, it's not that much, like don't worry about it. And it's so funny because like I was taking Tums, dude. Come on, you think I'm stupid? You can. I mean, what am I supposed to do? Like take 40 of them? At a certain point, I can't handle it anymore. Is that it? What the hell?
Why lie about that?
Oh yeah, I continued the clip of like because obviously at this point I'm under the impression that it was true. I was like, why lie about that? You're in the right anyway. That was what I said. I was like, who cares? You and your crew are doing the most work. So I guess I don't know where Ethan got the clip from. Probably Alex the Fiction. Alex was really upset when AB found out that he thought Olivia was too woke. Isn't that fucking crazy? That's incredible. Of course, or it might be because Alex was upset that I outed him. You know, I don't know if you guys know this, but Alex the Fiction, he went on to H3's show with Rich Lux, which I think was fantastic. But he came back and he told me privately that Ethan makes everyone else lower their chairs. And he raises his chair just to make him look taller because he's actually 5'7" or 5'6". So I think Alex the Fiction at YouTube, Alex_the_fiction. I think he passed around this malicious clip to Ethan Klein. Isn't that terrible? Oh my god. Oh my god. So, you know, got to be careful with these guys. Anyway, it just says if Papa Gun is falling for, by the way, capitalize my name, bitch. No, I'm just kidding. But if Papa Gun is falling for shallow snark bait, then I'm screwed. Before Frenemies, when we were doing the show once per week, our highlight channel was getting like 30 to 50 million monthly views, while the podcast was getting like 5 to 7 million. That was the first 3 years of the podcast before I ever mentioned Trisha. The algorithm changed to throttle highlight channels before Frenemies. Got go sort by most popular videos on the highlight channel, and you'll see why lie about something like that. That's the question for Snark. You know, personally, I don't care. I'm gonna be real with you. I don't care. I don't really. I mean, I don't care if he was making money on the highlights or not. Like the deal that Trisha got was good. She was getting like 45% and then like half the memberships. So, you know, but I guess he wasn't making a whole lot of money. I don't even know how much she was making. You know, maybe it was a lot of money compared for me. Maybe to me it would have been a lot of money. I don't care. Doesn't really matter because I think that she got a better deal than she probably deserved. So anyway, because of that, let's just roll into this Hassan Parker video called Hassan Parker is Right About Ethan Klein. And like I said, we're going to uncritically react to this video. Okay? In fact, it might be funny if my editor edits the intro to make it seem like I hate Ethan Klein. Okay? So that might be funny. And leave this in. Okay? It might be funny if you do that. It might be really funny if we just totally do a fucking dunk. We'll see. All right, let's go, baby. This is from Derp Murky. Great name, man. I love it. Incredible. I don't even know what it's about.
He said he laid off you because of the whole Charlie Kirk thing, so there's that at least. Great. Remember when he also said that I falsely claimed that I was issuing a death threat against his wife?
Oh, you kind of were signaling that. You know what I mean? You could issue any threat against Ethan you want, but leave Eli Klein alone. No, I'm just kidding. But that is what it is. I mean, there was no other reason to talk about that. I mean, other than to try to get some attention on the internet. I mean, that's really what it comes down to. You know, he made that a take, bringing up Elo when it comes to being a valid military target or referencing her because he wanted, like, attention on the internet, so...
Doesn't matter if it's your favorite podcasters like wife that participate in these raids.
Whoa!
The violence that the
why bring this up?
Palestinians engage in is literally legal, definitionally legal.
Wow.
Oh, you ruined it. We really had a win here, but you fucking had to open your mouth and ruin it. Now he can play the victim. That's what.
Yeah, that's what Destiny did. I remember that was in reference to Destiny. I think I know a little too much about this.
What he said.
What is going on, ladies and gentlemen of the internet? Welcome back to the channel. I wish I was exaggerating when I say this video is going to be a rough one to make, but I'm really not exaggerating in the-
Why? What's tough about it? It's all this commentary, mine included. It's just like shitty words and silliness. You know, we're not being stupid. You know, we're just being dumb. You know, we're
slightest bit. Not only will we be discussing our absolute favorite left-wing
yeah.
terrorists. Oh shit, my bad. I meant
I love Hassan Parker.
Our favorite left-wing.
Hassan, honestly, I mean, at this point, I really am starting to change my mind on Hassan ever since Ethan called me out. Ever since Ethan called me out. Straight face. This way that one could potentially be used.
Twitch streamer. But we will also be discussing an old friend. Someone who I would even argue poses a greater risk to the community than Hassan Piker.
Whoa. Is it AB Star Killer? Is that what he's saying?
At least right now. Of course you saw the title of the video, so you already know who I'm talking about, but for the sake of not acting like one of those mysterious documentary channels, I'm just gonna come out and say I'm talking about Ethan Klein. And I really can't believe I'm even saying-
Why is Ethan like more of a threat? That's silly.
This, but to some extent, I actually will be agreeing with a very small portion of what Hassan had to say. Not because I'm a fan of Hassan Pikers, but
because this guy's just so base and he's bold, you know, he's just he's a both sides guy, you know? He's a cool guy. You know, he's a moderate.
Because I think the lawsuit H3H3 opened on a bunch of other Twitch streamers I don't even like, mind you, is absolute fucking bullshit.
I agree, dude. Honestly, at first I was like, yeah, sue these people. They're sitting here and they're saying that they're going to maliciously react to your video to try to take views. But now I'm like what kind of a precedent does this set moving forward? That you can sue anybody that you like? That you could just sue anybody you like? Like, what happened to the community focus, dude? We've always touted the line. I'm sure we've all done illegal things here and there, possibly. But we keep it in our bubble. We go to the court of public opinion. You used to make shows. Content court, something like that. You know, you decided to lead the way, being sorry, I gotta sorry, sorry, I gotta keep a straight face because I want this to be able to be clipped. You decided to set the standard that you would be, to some degree, part of the court of public opinion inside of this atmosphere you've created. And now you're gonna sue people that are just engaging in your atmosphere that you've created. Oh my lord.
Real quick before we dig into the meat and potatoes, if you want to see more content like this, make
take 3.
sure to smash the ever-living shit out of that like button.
I'm so serious right now, guys. I'm 100% serious. You don't even understand. I'm so serious right now.
Drop a comment down below. The videos have been doing exponentially well, and I cannot thank everyone who has supported this channel throughout the last year enough for helping me make this happen. Anyway,
yeah, no
as
problem,
all of you
man.
probably know, in January of this year, Ethan uploaded his Hassan Piker content nuke to his personal channel amidst a
and it was terrible. No, I liked it. It was pretty good.
agreement the two had in regards to the ongoing Israel-Palestine conflict that has essentially become the most pressing political matter of our time. This fall...
Well, they didn't really have like any disagreements. Sorry, I'm just turning the game on, so I'm warming up. They didn't really have any political disagreements. Like, the only disagreement was that the river to the sea, Ethan was like, yeah, people interpret that as a dog whistle to say, like, get rid of Jewish people. And Hassan's like, no. And then people harassed Ethan's, and I don't even think Ethan was like hardline in defense of it. I think he just mentioned it. And then Hassan's fans attacked Ethan, and Hassan refused to like moderate the like fan base, like his Reddit or anything. Be like, hey guys, like stop. We're gonna give you like 24-hour bans or something. Relax. This is my friend. And then I think Ethan realized that Hassan was a pee-pee head.
Out wasn't overly surprising. After all, Hassan has been extremely pro-Palestine throughout all of this, while Ethan, being a Jewish man who is married to an Israeli woman, has obviously been more inclined to support Israel. What does that mean?
What does that mean? What is he saying? You saying he's more inclined to support Israel? What are you talking about? Like, in what way? Like, what's like? You gotta elaborate on that. I think the only thing that Ethan is pro-Israel on is that he thinks that like Netanyahu, like the government, are basically war criminals, but the people are okay. Like, they're good people.
It surprised a lot of people was the video he uploaded almost 6 months later announcing he would be suing 3 Twitch streamers that reacted to the video.
3 girls, dude. Sexism much? Huh? You know what I'm saying, dude? That's freaked up.
Made about Hassan Piker. In Ethan's video, he essentially admits that one of the main motivators he had while making this video was the potential to sue his opponents for copyright infringement.
Well, he did like a whole, like he basically registered it, right? And then he looked for the qualifier, and it was if people said they were going to react to it maliciously, that's what he did it for.
Making sure to copyright the video before it was uploaded, as doing so is the only way to actually sue someone for copyright over a YouTube video. A lot of people were rather pissed off about this lawsuit. While I do agree, the creators who explicitly stated their goal was to broadcast Ethan's video to their Twitch channel in an attempt to drop his viewership should have been punished in some way, shape, or form. I feel like those punishments should have come from the actual Twitch platform. I know they're not...
That would be stupid, right? So that puts Twitch at like some kind of a liability issue. Because now they're setting the stage of like, oh, we're gonna actually moderate our platform for stuff like that, and now they have to moderate everybody. So just from like I guess a legal perspective, that would be really stupid on Twitch's part. And then also, why wouldn't, because like they want you, if they start taking a stance of like, hey, we're going to require people to these tags are so delayed. We're gonna require people or company, or excuse me. If they take a stance of like, we're going to monitor our platform for some kind of copyright issue ourselves for one person, then they have to do it for everybody. So it makes more sense to say, hey, you have to do this yourself. That makes much more sense. So what are you talking about? You said the audio was low.
Known to enforce actual fair punishments as often as they should, but Ethan is setting a very bad precedent for the YouTube community.
That's what I'm saying.
Pursuing this lawsuit. And
that's what I'm saying, dude. I thought I paused it. What the fuck? That's what I'm saying, dude. Right? Am I right, guys?
Where that small portion of what Hassan said that I agree with kind of comes into play.
He said he laid off you because of the whole Charlie Kirk thing, so there's that at least. Great. Remember when he also said that I falsely claimed that I was issuing a death threat against his wife?
I think that Hassan was just looking for internet attention and that it wasn't an actual death threat. But he was rage baiting on the internet for attention. So
and then got mad at Destiny because Destiny took that as an opportunity to literally issue an actual direct death threat against me.
Yeah.
And then he openly stated, "Oh, you ruined it. We really had a win here, but you fucking had to open your mouth and ruin it." Now he
was right.
He can play the victim. That's what he said. I think that shows you a lot about the calculations at play here.
No, what does it show you? It shows you that you dog whistled like a threat against Hila, and then Destiny ruined it by being an edgy little fuck. That's what it was.
Like I said, I will only be agreeing with a small portion of what Hassan had to say.
He jumped right on that fucking death threat before it even matured. You know what I mean?
Sorry to break it to all the hate watchers that made it this far. However, I just wanted to point out the straight up hypocrisy and self-victimization taking place in this clip. Hassan is literally a 34-year-old man that still whines like a child.
34! Dude, that's so old, am I right?
And calls his bluff. Let's not forget the fact that one day before Charlie Kirk was shot and killed, Hassan Piker called for what his fans like to to refer to as metaphorical violence on Nick Fuentes, another right-wing political commentator.
Yeah, the guy that thinks that sleeping with black people is like dogs. What did he do? What did he say?
Then when Hassan started receiving
Can you show it?
death threats himself, he started crying to his viewers about how this is an everyday thing.
Lots of Twitter randos calling for violence
How did he call something on Nick Fuentes?
against you. Stay safe, bud. I know,
Fuck,
man.
keep
What else is
blocking
new?
too soon.
You know, this is every day.
Now he's basically doing the exact same thing once again, only
I don't understand. What did he say about Nick Fuentes that was like some kind of threat? I'm confused.
thankfully enough, Gila Klein, nor Hassan Piker, and even Nick Fuentes for that matter, have been physically hurt. But Hassan acting like he never at the very least insinuated that someone should attack Gila Klein so that he can make Destiny look even worse than he already does is fucking deplorable. He may not have directly said, hey, someone should go and act violence on Ethan Klein's wife, but what he said was pretty damn close if you ask me.
And every type of armed resistance against both the settlers and also the Israeli occupying force in the West Bank. Doesn't matter if it's your favorite podcasters like Wife
we want Twitter attention.
that participate in these raids. The
Dude,
violence that the Palestinians engage in an act of resistance against this illegal occupying force is literally legal, definitionally legal. Okay? It's just the truth.
Once again, I will admit that in Hassan's defense, he didn't explicitly state people should go attack Gila Klein. But I think even Hassan...
I think that's what makes it a more effective. Well, what it really was it was a it was an effective rage bait on the internet, which is what it is.
Again, someone who's supposed to be this intellectual with like an Einstein-level IQ would probably agree, had this statement come from anyone else, aside from himself, that it does sound like he's inciting violence on Ethan's wife. And for some reason, Hassan has been able to get away with this shit for literal years at this point. It's like a fucking cycle. Hassan says something absolutely batshit crazy.
Yeah, he says something that has like plausible deniability attached to it. And then he's like, what do you mean? I didn't say that. That's like his whole thing. That's the entire like point of what he says.
Knowing damn well he should not be saying it, especially in front of his millions of followers.
Whoa!
And when he starts getting a little bit of backlash,
I don't understand the point of this video then. If you think that what
he and his fans both jump into damage control mode, acting like every single thing ever said by anyone ever is some sort of metaphor that should not be taken in the literal sense.
Get Joe gay ass out of here! It's a metaphor. It's a metaphor. No! It's a metaphor.
But let me ask everyone.
guys, it sounds like it might be a metaphor. This might be the clip that he was referencing.
No, we gotta, the moment is clear. You gotta sick like the ACP guys on him. Okay, that's it.
Who's ACP?
You gotta get one of those like Has Al Dink type motherfuckers to just like eat his ass alive, you know?
What?
Let him fight.
What is ACP?
Whatever the fuck his
Oh, advanced care planning?
name is. What is it? The Albanian dude? Lots of Twitter randos calling for violence against you. Stay safe, bud. I know, man. What else is new?
I don't really understand what that was too much. I guess it did sound like he was insinuating some kind of violence, so maybe that is it. I still don't really understand what he was saying.
No, this is every day. Every day of my life. Okay?
Yeah, it's so sad. You Hassan literally like begs for attention on Twitter by saying like nasty shit to people, and then he gets upset when people are giving the same energy back.
Everyone something. And I am asking you this with the best possible intentions. How is someone supposed to take anything Hassan says seriously if everything that comes out of his mouth is some sort of unserious exaggeration? I understand making a joke here and there, especially if you're discussing or reacting to something insignificant. But when you're dealing with the matters of real-life violence and legitimate government policy, the constant calls to violence along with the constant claims of pure ignorance start to add up. And they add up fast, completely undermining any and all intelligent things that actually do come out of your mouth. It really...
I mean, yeah, but again, so the reason that Hassan does it is because it gets him attention on Twitter. It keeps him like relevant. So he says some shit. People think that their version of violence is justified, which they do it on both sides. I mean, Steven Crowder and Hassan are basically like the same person. So they'll engage very similarly. They'll say provocative shit on the internet, and then they'll cry when somebody says something like violent in response to them. I have no idea how I'm not blocking those, but okay.
he does suck too. Truth be told, once in a while, Hassan will say something that is a bit more base than usual, but then he'll follow it up with some stupid monologue about why 9/11 was actually good for the economy.
What does he say that's like based?
With that being said, early on in the video, I did say there would be a very small smidget of dialogue from
He was talking about Haz Al-Din, the streamer. I don't know who that is.
Hassan Piker that I wanted to discuss today that I would be agreeing with. As I'm sure you figured out based on everything else I've just said, it's nothing too crazy, but nonetheless, it's still something I wanted to talk about. I think what Hassan said here is objectively correct, and I'm sure a lot of you will actually agree with me.
Drop the lawsuits, Ethan.
Whoa, I so true, King. I agree.
Drop the lawsuits. You know they're frivolous. You know it has nothing to do with copyright or anything like that. You'll win a lot more good favor if you were to do that.
Okay, cool. That's it. I mean, I don't know if I would use the word frivolous. It's obviously a petty lawsuit, but, you know, listen, people in the Hassan sphere are a little too comfortable saying wild shit. So he's giving him a little bit of a check. Just kidding. I think it's a bad idea. Drop the lawsuit, Ethan. Drop the lawsuit.
I know you think that the people that you're attacking are unfavorable by the new audience that you have cultivated.
Well, I mean, I don't know. Maybe Hassan's just like upset because he's losing the group of people he was able to attack Ethan Klein with indirectly, right? I mean, like that's what they were to some extent. That's exactly what they were. They were his like attack dogs.
But it's a good.
Like they would go after Ethan, make Ethan a lot of trouble, rile Ethan up, and then get him to talk about Hassan because obviously they were very closely related to Hassan. And then Hassan would go like, "Oh, you're fucking crazy, dude! What the hell?" You know, that was the whole thing.
Good gesture.
Like I said, nothing overly crazy, not to mention, I don't know who the fuck Hassan Piker thinks he is to mention what a good gesture something would be. Especially considering if the victims of Ethan's lawsuit weren't his friends who hold the same political beliefs as him, Hassan would be cheering this shit on. If Ethan was suing, say, Nick Fuentes or someone in that circle, I bet Hassan would even go as far as helping Ethan fund the lawsuit. That's how fucking petty this guy is. But at the end of the day, unfortunately, he is right. Ethan really should drop these lawsuits.
Why?
He's not helping anybody. I
think it's kind of funny. The only people who want them to undrop the lawsuit are people who want to make more content off of Denims and Frogan talking about Ethan Klein. That's it. Based?
think he's made his point, and I guess when all is said and done, if these people ever went out of their way to give Ethan and his family problems ever again, I'm sure Ethan would have his lawyers on speed dial, ready to put that shit to rest real quick. Also, from my understanding, he seems to be on a bit of a redemption arc.
I don't really understand what the fuck this video is. Like, so far, all jokes aside, this video is just all over the place. It just seems like it wants to be a both sides video. Like, desperately. It's fucking ridiculous.
It looks like he's building some sort of friendship with Keemstar after going back.
These lawsuits are cash cows for content. I guess they are. I haven't really been looking at, like, the lawsuit part of it too much. I guess I'm not, like, as interested. Maybe I should look at something soon.
And forth with him over dumb bullshit for like a fucking decade. He came back to TikTok to apologize for supporting
so
Israel,
true.
which really was not on my bingo card. And with
It's not really what he did. I don't understand. This guy's an idiot, dude. What the fuck? This guy's an idiot. He didn't say apologize for supporting Israel. He apologized for some of the way he talked about things. And he didn't even really apologize for anything new. He just like restated apologies he's already made. I mean, they were solid videos, but it wasn't like this new thing.
that being said, I cannot help but think dropping these petty lawsuits would really be the icing on the cake to bring Ethan back into the positive light of the public eye.
Looking back, I definitely feel ashamed for the way I spoke about Israel with such levity at the time that a genocide was happening. I completely understand why people could watch this clip and judge me harshly for it. I want to apologize to anyone in the Palestinian diaspora or anybody that's been affected by this war that felt that I was trivializing the suffering, the horror that you've gone through. And for that, I
so true, King.
Deeply am sorry, and I'm ashamed of this clip.
Whether or not Ethan actually
What the fuck?
changed for the better.
Why the fuck is his audio so much louder now? Holy shit. Is it just me? Am I stupid? What the fuck?
Betterment of society is up for debate. I feel like it's much more
God, dude. I feel like he started shouting. What the fuck?
likely that he simply wasn't able to handle the constant backlash he's been getting for the better part of the last year, but I really do hope I'm wrong. It's not like
I mean, he can handle it. It sounds like he wanted to come back to TikTok. That's it. I don't know.
I wake up
I don't think it's that deep. I don't think he's like, I'm tired of everybody getting me out of context. Okay.
every day praying H3H3 does something stupid. If I did, this would not be the first video I've ever made about him. Of course, though, only time will tell. I'm sure we'll know soon enough whether or not Ethan is truly acting in good faith. I hate to say it, but there is a good chance that he is not acting in good faith. Anyways, guys.
Cool. Thanks for the video.
I really do hope everyone enjoyed. If you did, I'm serious. Please make sure to smash that like button and drop a comment down below. I know it sounds corny, I know it sounds cliche, but it really does help a lot more than most people understand. The YouTube algorithm is a very real thing. Sometimes it loves me and sometimes it fucking hates me. You guys just so happen to play a hand at deciding whether it likes me or if it, you know, it wants me to just fucking delete my channel. I'm just kidding. I would never delete my channel. However, I do want to apologize.
All right, Jesus Christ. This is so fucking boring. Okay, great video, man.